The world of basketball is never without exciting news. While we make tearful goodbyes often, every once in a while we see a familiar face return to our screens. The latest of these returning faces is Aron Baynes. The player is finally prepared to make his much-awaited comeback into basketball. So exactly how and when is this superstar making his comeback? Watch this video to find out. First up, what's the deets? According to his agent, Daniel Moldovan, Aron will be returning to basketball this year. He has signed a 2-year contract with the National Basketball League. The NBL conducts all of Australia's Major League Basketball tournaments. He is reported to play for the Brisbane Bullets in the coming season. We can't wait to see him out there. The most important factor of the contract is that it allows him to play for the NBA as well. The contract is designed to allow him enough time to play in both seasons. While the player had offers from Europe and China, he chose to play for the NBL because then he could pursue a career with the NBA as well. The Australian season ends in February, so he'll have plenty of time to play in both leagues. Looks like it's full steam ahead for Aron. He was training with teams for Las Vegas until last week. No one really knows which team he will get drafted in for sure though. But why is the NBA so important to him? Aron had played for the NBA for 9 years before his hiatus. He won a title with the San Antonio Spurs back in 2014. That's not all though. He began his college basketball journey with Washington State University. He got a scholarship offer from Tony Bennett to play for the college team, and the investment paid off. During his time at the college, he tied the school wins record twice consecutively, going 26-8 in 2006-2007 and 26-9 in 2007-2008. Not too shabby for just a college-level athlete. From there, he went on to play in the Lithuanian, German, Greek, and Slovenian basketball leagues. Although he started his professional career by playing European teams, he quickly gained the interest of NBA executives. He played for the Los Angeles Lakers summer team in 2009-2010 and went to the San Antonio Spurs soon after. With them, he defeated the Miami Heat in the finals of the NBA 2014 championship and took the trophy home. Ever since then, he's played for the Detroit Pistons, Boston Celtics, and Phoenix Suns. Although he is a long way from sunny Australia, he's made the NBA his home. As of 2021, he was playing for the Toronto Raptors with a stellar average of 6.1 points and 5.2 rebounds. We see why he stays loyal to the NBA. With an average like that, the league isn't about to let him go anytime sooner either. But on August 4th, 2021, he was waived by the Raptors for being MIA. So then why was this stunner absent from the stadium for almost a year? Apparently, tragedy struck unexpectedly. Aron played for the Australia national team in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, where the fateful injury took place. In a match against Italy, he suffered a serious neck injury and he was already advised to rest, but sadly, there was one more freak accident hidden in the cards. In the changing room after the game, Aron slipped and fell. The fall further worsened the injury to the point that he became unconscious. In that movement, doctors knew that this was more than your average sports injury. He was rushed to the hospital where he remained for 2 weeks. The fall had damaged his spinal cord and he was unable to walk for the time being. But Aron's story is not one of pity and failure, but of resilience and an outstanding recovery. We salute you, man. The next year, he spent time in hospitals in Tokyo and eventually Australia. In a year, he not only regained his ability to walk, but also his ability to play professional basketball. He picked up the sport back in January and has already signed a deal with the NBL. Last week, he was training in a gym in Las Vegas that was full of scouts and NBA general managers to demonstrate his fitness. We have no doubt that a deal is right around the corner. The veteran player has proved that hard work and determination can overcome pretty much any obstacle, however unexpected it may be. His agent says that the new NBL deal is a testament to the work he's put in, and honestly, we wish the 35-year-old nothing but success. Want to hear more entertaining basketball news? Stay tuned for these other stories we have lined up. First up, basketball legend Bill Russell dies at 88. Bill Russell was voted the greatest player in basketball history in 1980, and the title is not an exaggeration at all. He was the heart and soul of basketball, a force to be reckoned with that took basketball to new heights. Walking slowly into the stadium, Russell's sleepy arrogance demanded intimidation. He was the king, and he knew it. The quickness and extraordinary ability to block shots quickly launched him into stardom. The center position was reserved for slow and hulking types, but he changed that forever. His pace and skill made the position vital. Red Auerbach coached him through 9 championships, and he describes Russell as the single most devastating force in basketball. Later, Russ himself became a coach and took the Celtics to 11 NBA championships. After his retirement in 1969, the NBA named the most coveted trophy after him, and he would appear every year to present it. Despite being so accomplished, he hated showing off. He despised dunking or flashy moves when players scored and frequently criticized them. Apart from his outstanding humility, he was also a crucial member of the civil rights movement. He participated in the March Washington for Jobs and Freedom and was seated in the front row for Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech. That's not all. He went to Mississippi after Medgar Evers was murdered and opened an integrated basketball basketball camp in Jackson. He was also one of the few athletes who defended Muhammad Ali's decision to not get drafted in the Vietnam War. In 2011, President Barack Obama presented him with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. All in all, his legacy is unmatched and his loss is irreplaceable for basketball and America. Rest in power, legend. Second, Lebanon's national team is a ray of hope for the country. In more uplifting news, Lebanon's basketball team is presenting a glimmer of hope for the grief-stricken country. The national basketball team of Lebanon, the Cedars, reached the finals of the International Basketball Federation FIBA Asia Cup. Now, that's a reason to smile. It was a fight till the last second with China to get a place in the finals. They won 72-69 in the end. From there, they went on to face the Aussies in the final. Typical to them, the match was filled with ups and downs. With only 6 minutes remaining on the clock, they had a 15-point deficit and their loss was almost certain. Miraculously, though, they managed to chase their rival's score, bringing it to 75-73 in the end. Victory was almost within their grasp, but unfortunately, they went home with a runner-up trophy. The team is not at all disappointed, though. Team captain Wael Arakci spoke to the media and said that the experience has been unforgettable. The Asia Cup takes place every 4 years, and it is a prestigious event. For them, just being able to make their people smile was enough. Watching people support them, jump out of their seats, pray for them, made the event almost unreal. Even though they finished second, it felt like they won the tournament. Honestly, someone should make a movie on this already. Lastly, the US is prepared to offer Russia a deal to bring back basketball star. The Biden administration has made a move to speak to Russian authorities for the first time since it invaded Ukraine. The reason is to bring back Women National Basketball Association player Brittany Griner. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken revealed in a press conference that he has reached out to his counterpart in the Kremlin to discuss their possible release. Griner and another American were jailed in Russia for drug-related charges in February. Though he did not reveal the specifications of the deal, we are unsure if whatever it is will be enough to convince Russia. The deal was made weeks ago, but Griner still testified in court last week. One possible suspicion is that the US will offer to release Victor Bout, the Russian arms dealer. Victor was known as the Merchant of Death. Russia has sought his release for years, and prisoner swap could earn Griner her freedom. Griner was arrested at the Russian airport for having cannabis cartridges for her vape in her bag. She has been held in custody for 5 months at this point. She testified that she had no criminal intent and sometimes uses it because her doctor prescribed them to help with muscle pain. If the court finds her guilty, she could be facing up to 10 years in prison. That's it for today's video. Which team do you think Aron will end up in? Let us know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like this video. We'll be back soon with more sports news.